kids and you can't even barely take care of one.
I'm sitting here and I'm crying and I'm sad.
So I just quit my corporate job and I have no backup plan.
Step your game up, go get you another job, go get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more if you got to. But
She quit her job in the middle of an argument. You can't make this up.
What you mean one time out? You know why you quit your job?
because I wasn't finna pay bills anymore. I don't want to do any of this anymore.
So the plan is no job, no bills, but still a roof?
So you're not gonna help me out on my...
Oh.
Why?
Because that's your job. You're supposed to be paying all the bills in the first place. Why I gotta go work? Why I gotta get up at 8 o'clock?
Who house is this?
It's our house, but you gonna pay all these bills. I'm not doing it by myself.
What's wrong with you working and help?
There's a lot wrong with it. Why I gotta do it? You sit up here and act like the man of the house. Be the man of the house and pay all the bills. I'm not doing it.
Here comes the General Road Olympics.
I am the man of the house.
You're not complaining like that?
No, I'm the man of the house telling you you need to.
No, I'm not gonna go do anything. I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing right here on my computer, and you go to work. You know the kids, be a man, step up, and do what you need to do.
I've always been a man.
No, you're not. You haven't been like
been a man.
You know what? You bring this camera in my face to do prove.
To show people how sorry you is.
The point is,
Tell them what you cooked me
the
though.
point is, I'm not gonna go and work for nobody anymore. Now you can go and work at your little warehouse job and bring back that money. We're not even talking about me cooking. What we talking about is you going to work so you can come back home and make sure that we good.
No, what we talking about is you need to go get a job. So
I'm
make
not
sure
gonna go
we
do anything.
good.
You need to make sure that this whole house is
You good?
I'm good.
How you good if you just quit your job?
Because you don't know what I got put up. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm not paying anything else. So what you want to do?
Bro, that little portion you put in on
Portion?
that little portion
So my
that you
little
put
portion
in
about
on
nothing, because I'm not paying anything else.
and that's the problem.
I'm your wife, so why do you want your wife to go out and work?
Plenty people wives work.
Okay, I'm not gonna be one of them anymore. Simple as that.
No.
You need to step your game up, go get you another job, go get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more if you got to. But
Translation, I'm tired of working, so now it's your turn to struggle.
I'm not gonna do it no more. Lazy, stop being a bum, and go get another job. We got 4 kids and you can't even barely take care of one.
4 kids, no teamwork, math is not mathing.
So I finally decided to quit my job after 10 years of teaching. This is my 11th year, and today I'm literally quitting my job. It's kind of bittersweet because, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. I like teaching. I like the whole idea of educating children. But man, I was so stressed out. I did not talk to anybody. I literally decided to do this for myself today. And so I'm currently getting all my things together, and we are about to head out the door.
10 years in the system would drain anybody. She's not quitting work. She's quitting survival mode.
People who quit their job before securing another one, oh baby, they ain't scared of nothing. I'm scared of the dark. So I make sure I pay my light bill every month. If I don't pay nothing else, I'm gonna pay the light bill and that phone bill.
She says she's scared of the dark, but not unemployment. Different levels of bravery.
My job is to schedule care for people that need it. I learned today, if it is a name that does not sound white, we are to move it to the completed tasks. So I asked, what does that mean? Like our names? I have 122 screenshots of people, their names, their phone numbers, and their email addresses, and the reason why they weren't hired directly because of their name. Then I have this. I didn't even make it 1 hour. After I got my heart rate to stop spiking, I went and found the owner, planned, and asked her directly, super calm. She didn't deny any of it. She admitted that she apologized. I told her that I don't think this is going to be a good fit because this is not something that I would be willing to participate in.
Imagine finding out your job filter resumes by name on your first date, and HR don't even deny it.
So I just quit my corporate job and I have no backup plan. I have struggled for probably about a year now since I had my baby last summer of just really not wanting to do what I'm doing. I've been just unsatisfied in the work that I'm doing. It's not worth the money anymore. I am done here. First off, my husband and I are thinking that we're gonna build a house next year. For the rest of the summer now, I'm gonna take and just figure out what do I want to do. But I've been on TikTok now for a year and a half. Am I making money off TikTok? A little bit, nothing crazy, but enough for it to definitely pay some bills. I can pay my rent with money I make from this app. And it's not just TikTok. I really like working with brands. So aside from the influencer side of TikTok, I really love UGC, the user generated content. I love making videos for brands to use for them. So I think I'm gonna deep dive into that.
6-figure income, 0-piece TikTok careers looking mighty tempting till rents due.
So I just quit my job, and no, I don't have a B. I don't have a plan D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. I don't have a plan at all. Just me out here being jobless. I've been extremely unhappy with not necessarily my job. And the longer I sit in a position that I don't want to sit in, the more miserable I am. I really quit my job. I have actual bills to take care of. I have a life. I like to travel. I like to shop. But I couldn't do it anymore. I was going crazy. At this point, I'm solely trusting God. I'm solely trusting in myself. Listen, if I've never trusted God before or in myself before, now is the time for me to do it, because what the hell I'm going to do now?
What the hell we gonna do now?
Everybody got faith when they clock out. It's the first rent due date that really tested.
So I walked out. I was proud of myself, actually. Well, I gave 5 weeks, of course, but then I walked out.
In 7 days, Maddie, why are you doing that? Oh, behind closed doors, I have just become an absolute shell of a person. I was pretending everywhere in life. I was pretending at work that I wanted to be there, pretending that I was excited about the career I was in, but really I was dying on the inside. And I'm either making one of the biggest mistakes of my life, or I'm making one of the best.
I quit my job 3 weeks ago, and I was just able to pay my rent with no assistance from anyone else. I decided to DoorDash, which was one of my biggest fears because I do not play about my card. That is a risky investment. I had a gig on Upwork, so if you're a creative looking for work, Upwork, she's that girl. And not only was it a gig, but now they're actually one of my clients, and I'll be working with them again sometime in the fall. I've also been hosting events in Las Vegas, and we've just been really consistent. We made it through May, y'all. Like, we do it.
She quit, but she hustling. DoorDash, Upwork, Vegas gigs. That's real motion.
I'm a single mom, and I just quit my full-time job with no plan and no backup. I knew I needed to make a change, but that was a change I wouldn't be able to do without going back to school full-time. So that's exactly the plan. So I gave my notice at my job of 3 years, and for the next month, I get to focus on spending time with my little guy and really putting effort into my healing. This next month isn't about productivity or hustle. It's about pursuing peace.
This is a really vulnerable post. I'm quitting my job upon the end of my maternity leave. My identity completely shifted upon becoming a mother, and I knew that being a mom was the most important thing to me. And it's really vulnerable, and it's really incredibly difficult because we're a dual income family, and I have to have an income. I have massive faith, and I am trusting God to provide for us financially.
Sometimes rest is the best real rebellion. Peace over panic.
I'm sitting here and I'm crying and I'm sad. I'm back in that space of having a panic attack every time I clock in. And God is telling me to quit. He's telling me, like, I will be fine. And I'm scared. I'm manifesting that something will come along or things will come along. I will always be taken care of. So yeah, to letting my supervisor know that on August 1st, I will be done.
And I was going to quit my job and take the leap of faith, which I did. I did actually do that, but then I went broke. I'm gonna cut straight to the point. I got $1.52 in my account. And today's my last day at work to go pursue something that God has put on my heart to go do. I don't know what he's about to do. I can think about all the times that I have just fully trusted him. Take that chance on the Lord and say yes. Holla.
$1.52 in a dream. That's faith or delusion, depending on how next month goes.
So now I'm unemployed, and I feel sick because I don't know, because I still have bills to pay. I have a car lease and my car insurance and my dog and my apartment.
So if you've been following along with my videos, I've been dealing with a severe mid-career crisis. So I just started my career in sales and decided that I can't hack it in sales.
So I've been doing sales for one of the top broadcast companies. And the problem has just been that I cannot create enough work-life separation. So the way that people were speaking to me and when I was having to call people, the way that they were treating me was just bleeding so much into my personal life. There were about 100 other reasons, but that was probably the biggest one. Is it was devastating to my mental health at home. So I just quit. I know what I'm gonna do. I don't really have a savings. It was probably super irresponsible of me to just quit my job without a plan. But the problem was I've had this decision made up for a few weeks where I knew I needed to leave. My only job was cold call outreach, and building up that mental stamina when I was already feeling really beaten down was not working. And if I couldn't do that, then they were just gonna be upset and frustrated with me. And I knew when it was time for me to gracefully bow out. But it'll be fine. And I have to believe that it's going to work out.
So I put in my 2-week notice at the job that I prayed for because the anxiety and depression from applying to jobs, getting rejection after, and having $100 in my bank account was more desirable than the Sunday scaries. Hear me out. So if you've been following me, I am a social worker in the state of Louisiana, a recently licensed master social worker, passed that exam on the first try. But anyway, having a hard time finding a job, even with being provisionally licensed at the time and having 3 degrees, getting rejection after, or getting offered jobs where they wanted 10 years experience, a master's degree, but only wanted to pay $15 an hour. Again, I'm in Louisiana, so yeah. And I was offered a job, and honestly, it wasn't the desired population. If you know work, I think it is one of those things, or with any industry, you should be very mindful of the environment or the population that you're serving, because quite honestly, it's not fair to you or your clients if you're working in a field that's just not desirable to you. Couldn't find anything, and offered this job, and the salary was decent for Louisiana. So I took it, and I was very happy, very appreciative. Girl, so excited that I did not have to sit on Indeed, LinkedIn, whatever all day, go to these interviews and get rejected. But child, just to be completely honest, the job description and what I was told was not what I experienced. And working individuals thinking that it's one thing and it's a little bit more intense, but that pay is not as intense, just working for me. For the last 2 months, I have been completely depleted. I cry on my way home. I cry on my way to work. I have zero energy for my child. I have not been able to be in my creative bag. I feel it in my body. And if you know this makes sense to you too, the job is starting to make me ugly. The older I get, the more I recognize that personally, I do not thrive in chaos. I am going to work every day and my brain is mush. I am so overwhelmed, so overworked, Decided to put in my 2 weeks. I don't have a backup plan. I don't have a huge savings. I don't know what's about to happen. But what I do know is I have to do for me. And in this situation, that's choosing me. I refuse to let a job beat me down. So yeah, I'm hoping that I find something as soon as possible. I'm going to take y'all on that journey with me. I'm hoping to get back into my creative bag. But girl, it's so crazy because after I made that decision, it's Sunday and I feel the scaries.
3 degrees, $15 an hour. You ain't quitting a job. You escaping the trap. Everybody say they quitting to find peace, but peace don't come with PTO. Drop your thoughts below. You picking up the peace or the paycheck?